Hey guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys some cards that I am investing in December 2020. I know there's so much opportunity in the market right now. Obviously, a lot of cards are starting to go up. The season's coming up on December 22nd. Preseason starts on the 11th. So there's a lot of exciting stuff going on this month. So I kind of want to break down exactly what I'm investing in and a lot of opportunities that I see in the market right now. But before we get into that, I do want to say, as you guys know, I have my Sports Card Invest membership program where basically every single week I give out recommendations. And just a few weeks ago, we were buying these Trae Young Optic PSA 10s for just $220. And currently they're selling for around $330 to $350 in that range. But, you know, obviously when Prism prices go up, you know, Optics will always follow, Select will always follow. Sometimes it takes a few days. So our membership program is basically being able to keep on top of the trends, keep on top of the market. Obviously, you know, doing a lot of research and on Facebook groups and everything. You know, we've really been able to find undervalued cards and find them right before they go up. Because obviously, you know, a lot of the times when a card price goes up, you know, the Prism will go up first. So Trae Young, for example, this specific card, so his Prism PSA 10 went from $400 to around $700. And his Optic was sitting at just $220. It hadn't moved at all. So we went ahead and bought them all at $220. And, you know, just a few weeks later, the market finally caught up. And this is a $330 card. So if you guys would like to basically make a lot of money this winter, if you guys want to make a lot of money, capitalize the most you can off of this fire market, go ahead, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. And use code YouTube to get you 10% off at checkout. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into this video. So the first type of cards I'm investing in is undervalued Select cards. So obviously, recently, we've seen Select on a rise. You know, Select cards overall have been outpacing Prism and Optic. So that leaves me to think that, you know, a lot of these very undervalued cards right now, such as, you know, Tyler Hero's base rookie Select PSA 9 is sitting at just $43 when his Prism is, you know, triple that. So a lot of stuff like that I feel, you know, will really play out soon because Select is usually around 70% the price of Prism. However, for some young rookies like, you know, Tyler Hero, his Select cards have not caught up to the Prism prices at all. If we look at, you know, Tyler Hero's Prism rookie, for example, his PSA 10 is roughly, okay, so, wow, PSA 6, but his PSA 10 is roughly $300, yet his PSA 10 Select is sitting at just $135, so that, I see a lot of value in buying his Select, because when the season starts and people begin to invest in Tyler Hero, you know, I predict that they will really look to his Select cards if they're this undervalued, and that should, you know, obviously, the ratios between Prism, Select, Optic, I believe will all play out. And, you know, as more cards are transacted, when the season starts, a lot of investors buying and selling, you know, these ratios really play out. And usually Select is 70% the price of a Prism. So this could potentially, this $130 card could potentially go to 70% of $300, which is over $200. So a lot of stuff like that I'm really investing in right now. Some other Selects that I believe are undervalued. Ben Simmons Select is very undervalued in my opinion. You know, obviously Ben Simmons is a guy who's a little bit unpredictable, but still, I mean, if his Select is only $200 in a PSA 10 with a very low pop count, you know, I will really look to invest in those type of cards. You know, other guys like Brandon Ingram, I believe he will have a big season this year. You know, obviously, the Pelicans get a lot of attention now, and Brandon Ingram has just been improving and improving, which is great to see. His Select is around $240 at a PSA 10, so that's another card I'm investing in. And then aside from Select, I'm investing in a lot of, you know, second-year cards. I believe as, you know, obviously, so Trae Young's second year is last year's Prism. So obviously, you know, as rookie cards increase in price, as Trae Young's rookie Prism increases in price, it eventually becomes out of the reach for many investors. You know, the prices go up so much that a normal investor can no longer buy his rookie cards. So when the season starts and everyone's transacting players and the prices continue to go up, I believe they will really look to invest in his second year cards. So his second year Optic Hollow sitting at just $15 ungraded. You know, as we saw during the playoffs, when the season's on, a lot of people look to invest in these players, and when they can't afford the Prism, they go to his second-year cards, and that causes the second-year cards to go up in price. So I really believe there's a lot of opportunity with second-year Prism, second-year Optic Holo, all that type of stuff as the rookie cards continue to go up, because Trae Young's Prism rookie is, upwards of $700. That's not many people can, buy that. Not many people who want to invest in Trae Young can afford that, so they will definitely go to his second-year cards. And another couple other guys, obviously Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, I believe too. Obviously Luka is another guy his Prism just continues to go up. It's closing in on $2,000. Not many people can afford that. Yet his second-year cards, Prism Silver is just $35. I believe that's a steal. Actually, wait, I think that might have been just a weird sale. I'm not sure why that is, but I believe there are more than at least $35. But still, nonetheless, I believe there's a lot of opportunity with second-year Prisms and Optic Holos. Obviously, Jason Tatum as well, but we won't get too much into that. We're going to move on to another guy I'm really investing in right now, which is Darren Fox. Darren Fox was injured for a good portion of last year, but when he was on the court, he was very consistent. He was playing at a very high level. He had some big 40-point games. He reminds me a lot of Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook's pace, but he can shoot as well. He can shoot a lot better than Westbrook can. I just believe the sky's the limit for Darren Fox. This is more so a 2 to 3 year play, because I know the Kings will not be in the Western Conference contention next year. But I think Darren Fox nonetheless will have a big scoring breakout if he can stay healthy. You see a lot of this, such as we saw with players like Giannis, right? They have some big improvement seasons. They continue to improve, and all of a sudden they have a breakout year. Even if he does not win next year, I believe Darren Fox will have a big season, and that will definitely cause his prices to increase. It will cause him to get a lot of attention, which I believe is definitely going to help his card prices, whether they win or not. Even Trae Young last year, his team was dead last in the East almost, but his prices were still going quite high because he was playing well. I believe, Darren Fox will have a big scoring breakout this year. He may not win, but I still believe his prices will go up quite a lot this season. Another guy I'm investing in a lot right now is Kobe. You really can't go wrong. There's not too much, obviously risk with this, because Kobe is, I just personally believe as all of these rookies, as all these current modern players start to go up in price so much, if Luka Doncic is $2,000 in a Prism PSA 10, you have to imagine that Kobe is incredibly undervalued. Because, a lot of people are placing their gambles on these young players, but, I also want to keep some in these legends, in these Hall of Famers. Kobe will never be forgotten. He will always have a die-hard fan base who, his impact on people, his impact on so many people, his impact on the city of LA, it's just too much for his prices to be this cheap. I believe as sports cards continue to rise, as people continue to get into cards, Kobe is always a fan favorite, arguably a top 5 player of all time. I really believe that this is a very undervalued card. His iconic Topps rookie card, it's a real collectible. It's something I just want to keep, even if the price is staying steady. I just want to have this in my kind of collection. So I really like Kobe in that sense. I just think Kobe's prices will probably just continuously go up over time. I really cannot see these really going down. If Luka Doncic is a $2,000 PSA 10 Prism, you have to think that Kobe should be up there, at least at $5K, in my opinion. I know the Pop Report is quite high on this, so I am personally going for PSA 10s. With this card, just because it really narrows it down. There's a lot of PSA 9s out there, not many PSA 10s at all. So I'm really going for some PSA 10s with this card. But, obviously, in my eyes, there's no risk, lots of upside. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. But, also, some other legends out there. I really think LeBron's Topps right now deserves a big boost after coming off of Finals MVP. Obviously, it's the market's been a little bit weird on that sense. because, you know, Luka's up to 2,000. We have LeBron sitting at just 4,000 after coming off his 4th championship, and his team is a favorite to win next year too. So I'm really buying a lot of LeBron right now. I know these are classic players who, you know, obviously a lot of people talk about, but I still think they are great investments. You know, sometimes the most obvious investments are the best investments, because as people get into the hobby, as people continue to buy cards next season, you know, it's hard to say LeBron's not going to be the, you know, the most sought after, if not the second most sought after card. So I'm definitely going after a lot of LeBron right now. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, if you would like to join the membership program and get all this info before anyone else, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. Use code YouTube to get you 10% off at checkout. Definitely so much money to be made this winter, and I'd be happy to go ahead and help you guys make the most profit you can. Other than that, I'm out.